there guys, it's Super GT here, and this is what I look like. So a couple of weeks ago I moved into my new flat, so this is what this video is going to be. I'm going to be doing a quick flat tour, and I'll show you my car and what else, my setup. So yeah, this is what I look like. You're probably thinking my voice doesn't match what I look like. Probably think I look a lot different than what you probably expected. But anyway, we're going to go on a quick flat tour. So very quickly, I'm going to apologise for the quality of the video because I'm doing it on my phone, and so I don't have like a proper camera for this. But anyway, let's have a quick tour. So I'm going to flip this camera around. Okay, so first I'm going to head into, well, this is my front door. This is where I come in. So we have a bedroom on the right, bathroom, and then the living room and kitchen in there. So let's go into my bedroom first. So I live with my girlfriends, so this is a lot of her stuff in here. I have most of my stuff in the other room. So quite a nice big king size bed, and we flip around here onto the other side. We have our big old TV where we watch Game of Thrones and stuff together. There's all that little spray and stuff. I only have like, what do I have? Aqua di Gio, yeah, something. And this is her desk. She has a nice Sony Vaio computer and a Lenovo, what do you call it? Tablet, which I bought for her Christmas present last year. So this is our bedroom. This is me. Well, let's get a view in the mirror here. I never thought I'd see the day where I use a selfie stick, but hey, that day has come, and it is today. Anyway, okay, so let's move into the landing area. All our shoes, got quite a lot of shoes. Bathroom, typical shower thing, yeah. Toilet, wow. Sink, mirror, cabinet. Not very interesting, but I'll show you anyway. Okay, and moving back into our living area, the lounge. So wait, let's stand at the door. This is our sofa. This is our like living area bit, and then there's my setup over in the far corner. I'll show you everything in just a second. So this is our nice sofa, kindly lent to me by my sister. She moved out of the flat above and she didn't want it anymore, so she lent us most of this stuff. Nice big wardrobe there for my girlfriend, all her clothes. Bought her Game of Thrones the other day for her birthday, so she's going to get starting reading on all of those very soon. And let's have a look at our bookcase and games case in my case. So here's my Xbox One games, The Crew, Forza Horizon 2, GTA 5, Forza 5, Far Cry 4 and Battlefield Hardline. I also have Project Cars, but that is on the digital copy on the Xbox. And there's my 360 games. So not many games. I don't really try to get too many games. I rather focus on the ones I like. Although I do have these two here. I've never actually played them. You see that they're still in the shiny wrapper. Dead Space 3 and was that Resident Evil 6. I mean, I will never play these. So I mean, if you want them, then let me know in the comment section below, and I'll probably send them to you as long as you're in England, because that'd be easier for me. So yeah, that's my games. Have a nice little helicopter, toy helicopter. I do love these toy helicopters. I have two of them. Down here we have Clayton Carmine, that is, from Gears of War. Some films. Pulp Fiction, legendary film that is. Fight Club, another legendary film. American Beauty, one of my favourites. Gladiator, one of my favourites as well. I watched that the other day. Some books. Jeremy Clarkson, Murray Walker, Ben Collins. That's the old Stig. How to Drive. couple of my trophies. That's a picture of me in one of my very first go-karts, and you can see at the back there, that's my first go-kart. Let's get a good view of that, or a better view. So yeah, these are just some of my trophies. I only bought about, how many is there? 5, and then there's another one on my desk which you'll see in a second. Most of my trophies are at home. I do have quite a lot of them, but there's only 5 there just for decoration pretty much. Okay, so here is the TV. Still not actually working yet, but I don't really watch too much TV. I just watch most of my stuff on the computer, like F1 and Match of the Day. Just watch it online now, a lot easier. Okay, so let's go around to my setup. So this is my setup area. This is where I do all of the Super GT stuff, all the editing, all the playing. Here's my chair. I don't know what that little white thing is coming out, but let's not worry about that. Okay, so the basic stuff is the laptop. That is my gaming channel on there. If we zoom in a little bit, 8,700 subscribers, nearly 3.6 million views overall. So let's get in there. And there's my banner. I do like my banner. I actually worked quite hard on that one. Did it all myself. On there, so I have Sony Vegas, Photoshop CS6, Audacity, and what is the other thing I use? And the Elgato Game Capture. I couldn't even remember what it's called. Just the standard game capture software that you get from them. Then moving over to my gaming screen, it's a Philips. Cost me about 100 quid. 2 millisecond delay time, which is quite good for the price. You can see their project cars is highlighted. I will try and get some more videos of that, but I am struggling playing on the dreaded controller. So I'm hoping to get a wheel as soon as I can. I also want a PC if I can, because I would love to play some proper racing sims like iRacing and etc. Also Dirt Rally, I'd like to play that. So that's the screen. That's a good screen. I do like using that. Down here is the Xbox 360 and the Elgato HD60 game capture. So the 360 I don't play too much, just for Forza 4 mainly, and then the Elgato, I'm using that all the time to record off the 360, and the Xbox One, which is over here. Don't be confused, that is the 360 controller and that is the Xbox One controller. I just keep them both there normally like that. And here is my headset, which is the the Xbox One X04s. Cost me about 80 quid. They're a good set of there is a good headset. I would certainly recommend buying these ones. I mean, I'm not sure about others, I haven't used them, but they have served me very well. So let's go around at the other stuff that I use. So here are my 2 external hard drives, a Seagate and a Toshiba, 1 terabyte each. So when you're making these videos, they do rack up data pretty quickly, so you have to have external storage. I have 500 gigabytes on the laptop itself, but I have another 2 terabytes here. I'll probably buy another one if I need the space. Only costs about £50 or so for a terabyte, which isn't too much. So down here we have my GoPro camera. This is what I use to record my go-kart racing. You see there I have like it's called a GoPro vented mount. So you wrap that around the helmet and then I turn it upside down and then I edit it later. So that is the camera. A GoPro HD Hero 2 is a very good camera. Probably get them quite cheap nowadays. So if for those of you who don't watch my karting videos, I'm sure that not all of you watch them because you're probably here for the gaming, but yeah, that's what I use. Got a load of batteries there because I don't have the rechargeable play and charge kit for my controllers. This is my trophy that I got last year for finishing 3rd in the Club 100 Clubman Championship. I'm in the Premier class this year. I'm currently 3rd as well. hopefully I can finish first or second to do one better, but third would be very good again for this year because it is the highest class. So that's quite a nice big trophy. I've got about 9 or 10, actually no, probably more than that, probably about 15 of those at home. Ones like that or bigger. There's my wallet, my keys. I'll show you my car in a second. There's an Abarth set of keys, a couple of euros there. I just got back from Italy playing football, which is why I haven't had so many videos. It's my watch. It's quite a nice Casio Edifice solar powered watch. And here's my little notepads. I always like to make notes. My pen is rolling away. I always like to make notes on what I'm doing, or I'm very forgetful normally, so I always have to write things down if I want to remember them. So I always do that. And one thing I did forget is my microphone. Here is the Snowball mic. So it's got an extendable arm, so I can move it out like that and just sit down, play it, adjust it to a nice height so that I can still see the screen over the top of it, and it's still close to my mouth, so I don't have to shout. So everything's in a good reach, so I can watch the game, play the games there while editing there. I don't have to move. I don't have to literally move. So it's actually it's a very good setup actually, which is why I bought this sort of curved desk, because I knew that would be very helpful. So it's a big desk, but it does fit all my stuff on it quite nicely, and it cost me about 100 quid or so from Argos, but it does the job. So let's just finish up in the flats. Or there's my old football boots. Where are they? They're completely ruined, pretty much. They're like falling apart. You can see here. I've had them for about 2-3 years now, so I've ordered new ones. Here's my exercise bike. For karting, it is very important to maintain weight. So you have to always keep tabs on how heavy you are, because any kilo or so that you're above the weight limit, you're giving away time. We estimate that roughly 3 kilos will lose you 0.1 seconds. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot in racing. So I'm always exercising on there. That is to keep my weight down. And then this is the kitchen area. Not too much to see in here really. Sort of your basic stuff. Cooker, fridge, microwave. This is my favourite cupboard. It's got a shitload of dairy milk in there. Here's my fridge. Not too much in there. I can't wait to drink that Sprite later. I am really quite dehydrated, although that won't help for that, but it's nice anyway. Okay, so let's go down and see my car. I live up on the 4th floor, so I'm always constantly taking this elevator downstairs, which is quite handy. That's me. It's so weird doing this, having to use a selfie stick. But okay, so this is my car. Abarth Punto Evo Super Sport. As you can see on the badge here. So let's take a look around. Let's have a nice 3/4 view. Cost me quite a lot of money. It's got the nice vintage black stripes on there. Look at these wheel rims, I can't even say properly. The Abarth Scorpion on there. Red brake discs, all looking very nice. Here's the back of the car. So let's take a look inside. So here's the steering wheel. Sorry if it's a bit cramped. I can't really get this for a good angle. But yeah, here's the steering wheel. Here's all of the interior. There's the gauges. You can probably see my reflection. It's very sunny. It's not sunny, but it's quite bright today, so getting a lot of reflection, and I'm sorry for the lighting in this video because I am doing it on my phone, as I said earlier. So it's a bit rubbish, but it does the job. So I have like an auxiliary cable, and I've got a USB port there as well, which is pretty handy. and here I have sport mode and normal mode. Sport mode makes the car go a lot quicker, uses more fuel, but it is very, very quick, this car. I'm not going to drive it in this video, but perhaps if you comment down below, then I'll do a driving video. Here are the seats, racing bucket seats, very comfortable. Finished off with the yellow and red trim of Abarth. They've got these nice side rests. They really do keep you in when you're driving and when you turn around corners quite quickly. Here's the gear stick. Too much light. 6 gears, so that is so useful, having 6 gears. Really does help. Handbrake. Let's have a look at the pedals. Your standard pedals, but they're pretty nice ones as well. Okay, so that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. Let's turn the camera around. Okay guys, so that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the quality. Obviously this is my first time doing this kind of video, so I'm not the best at it, I will admit that straight away. The lighting wasn't good and etc. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't already. You probably already have if you're watching this, but if not, then subscribe if you want to see a lot more racing games and karting as well, because I'll be doing the Club 100 Championship this year. Yeah, that's about it. So remember to comment down below what you think. Tell me your thoughts on my setup, on my car, or my flat, or whatever. Ask me any question. I always read the comments. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time.